What's up, YouTube? This is Bystander X79. Guys, today I'm coming to you with my latest deck profile for September 2019. And guys, today I got a hot one for you. This is going to be my take on a Cyber Dragon Orcust deck. And I can tell you this right now, I'm completely blown away by this deck. Honestly, when I first saw this deck popping up on the tournament scenes, I started looking at the builds and I'm like, hey, this looks very interesting. I'm wondering about the interactions. I started reading the cards and it just started making sense. Got a chance to actually play with the deck because I basically had all the cards already. I love it when I fall backwards into a deck that is competitively optional for the current format. So I got a chance to play it, and yeah, the deck does its job very well. Got a chance to play against it, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, I got wrecked. I don't know how many times by it, but still, yeah. The deck does what it does. I mean, before, Cyber Dragons were amazing. Go second deck that can break apart opponents' boards and ultimately be able to swing for an OTK. Including the Orcust engine into this deck gives the deck a whole another level, especially on a turn 1 board. Alright, I've seen the boards typically ending on Infinity, then Girsu, Galatea with a Crescendo set, and it's just flipping amazing. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to get right into this. We're going to start off talking with the Cyber Dragon. So of course we got to talk about the OG Cyber Dragon here. Alright, this is the bad boy that got the whole deck started. Okay, whenever your opponent controls a monster and you don't, you can special summon him right from your hand, which is just awesome. He's a level 5 Light Attribute Machine type monster. And I can tell you right now, because of that, he can just help you go into a whole level of plays, whether you're tripping him off for the tribute summon another monster. You can build into your Xyz, you can link him off, you can fusion summon with him, so he does a lot of work. Alright? Backbone of the deck. Okay. 3 copies of Cyber Dragon Core. Now, all the smaller level Cyber Dragon monsters here all have the same effect. They count as Cyber Dragon while on the field and in the graveyard. That's kind of a point for fusion plays going forward. Whenever you normal summon out Core, you get to search your deck for a Cyber spell or trap card to add to your hand, which is very amazing. Okay, and if this guy's in the graveyard and you control no monsters, you can banish him from the graveyard to special summon a Cyber Dragon from your deck to the field, which is awesome. That last effect doesn't really come up all that much in this particular build, but it's there if you need it. Okay. 3 copies of Cyber Dragon Hertz. Alright, Hertz is also an amazing card. Special summon this guy out, he comes out as a level 5, which can help with your Xyz plays. But more importantly, whenever he's sent from the field to the graveyard, you're getting a Cyber Dragon monster from your grave back to your hand. Alright, to help you further your plays. Alright, and of course, we got 2 kids of the newest copies of the newest kid in the Cyber Dragon block. This is Cyber Dragon Naster, alright? Came out in dual power earlier this year, and I can tell you this right now, we all rejoiced. He can special summon himself out on the field by discarding any monster from your hand to the graveyard, which is just awesome. Alright, and when you do that, you get to turn around and target a monster in your graveyard that has 2100 attack or defense or less, and then special summon it back onto the field, which is just awesome, because that basically fits every single Orcust monster in this deck. Alright? You can only use, and then you're locked into summoning machines, but then that's not that much of a big issue for this deck going forward. I mean, a lot of players would prefer not going into him that often. That's why they only play 1, but I like to, and they kind of want to see him go off a little bit after you do your whole nightmare situation. 2 copies of Galaxy Soldier. Again, is another free body by discarding a Light Attribute Machine monster from your hand to the graveyard, and then when he hits the field, you search your deck for another copy of himself, which is thinning your deck and getting more resources into your hand. Alright. The Orcust lineup. Alright, so the Orcusts have effects that activate by banishing themselves from the graveyard. Alright, and Harpar, when you banish it from the graveyard, you special summon another Orcust monster from your deck right to the field. Alright. 1 copy of Simple Skeleton. banish him from the graveyard, you're basically special summoning an Orcust monster from your graveyard to the field. Okay, and then of course you have 2 copies of Orcust Nightmare. Alright, banish this card from the graveyard and acts kind of like a foolish burial, sending a Orcust monster from your deck to your graveyard. Okay, so you got the Orcust engine. To help add overall consistency and get extra bodies on the board, we're running the Danger engine as well. 2 copies of Danger Should You Know Go. It's a free body on the field, whether you special summon it through its first effect or you discard it. Alright. 2 copies of Danger Jackalope. Discard this guy, you're special summoning a Danger from your deck to your field, which is typically going to be Tsuchinoko. Alright. 2 copies of Danger Nessie. Discard Nessie, you get to search your deck for another Danger monster to add to your hand. Alright. That's it for the monster lineup. 24 cards for monsters. For the spells, this deck does kind of fall hard to hand traps, so you need to be running 3 copies of Call by the Grave. Alright. 3 copies of Cyber Emergency. Get you into your Cyber Dragons even faster. 1 Cyber Repair Plan. This helps search out your Galaxy Soldier. Cyber Rev System. This special summons a Cyber Dragon, whether it be from your hand or the graveyard. A lot of people forget that this special summons from the hand. Alright. 1 copy of Foolish Burial. Again, get your monsters into the graveyard. Specifically the Orcusts. And then, of course, we have 3 copies of Machine Duplication. Alright. Machine Duplication. If it targets core or any of the low level Cyber Dragon monsters, you can bring out 2 of the bigger Cyber Dragon monsters alongside it. If that effect happens to be negated through impermanence, you can bring out the extra copies of Core or Hurt onto the field. Okay, as long as you get those bodies on the board, that's what all that matters in this deck. All right, I prefer running fusions in my extra deck, so I actually am running 2 copies of Overload Fusion. Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon is something that you cannot ignore in the Cyber Dragon deck. It's basically an OTK machine. It can help clear the field of pesky spells and traps, and get you multiple attacks as well. So I definitely like running this card in my deck. Alright. 1 copy of Cybernetic Overflow. Again, this is a disruption card. Can help clear the field of problematic cards. Alright, and of course we got the single copy of Crescendo to negate. Alright, that's it for the main deck. We're going to get on to the extra deck. We're going to, of course, again, start off with the Cyber Dragons. Alright, you got Chimera Tech Mega Fleet and Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. Both are amazing. I mean, you could probably take out the second Chimera Tech for the Chimera Tech Fortress for another Mega Fleet, but I prefer playing 1-1. They do great jobs. Basically being able to clear out the extra monster zones, or just being able to put a big body monster on the board for a big swing. Alright, I mentioned this before with Overload Fusion. I'm running 2 copies of Rampage Dragon. You can't go wrong with this. This card also can load the graveyard, so it does help further the combo potential of the deck. And of course we have Cyber Dragon Nova and Infinity to round out the Cyber Dragon part of the extra deck. For the Orcust part, of course, we have the single copy of Dingirsu. Alright, we'll know what this guy does. It can send monsters to the graveyard. Can be summoned by overlaying it onto a Orcust-like monster. And speaking of which, we got the 2 copies of Galatea. Galatea can actually return banished Orcust monsters to the graveyard in order to search a deck for Orcust, spell, or trap and send it right to the field, which is going to be Crescendo. Okay, and of course we got Longirsu. Longirsu is in there just as another step to get into Dingirsu. However, he does have a pretty cool effect where you can just return a banished monster to your graveyard, and guess what, guys? Any linked monsters that he's pointing to gets sent to the graveyard. So he does have a pretty useful effect to clear out the field if you need to clear out a problematic monster. Cool starter card, Salamander Grade, Almirage. Typically you utilize this guy on a core. You use Machine Dupe on. Send the core or the master or the the core of the hearse to the graveyard, summon this guy out, and then you overlay the 2 Cyber Dragons you summon off of Machine Dupe into Nova. Use Nova's effect to bring back one of the Cyber Dragons you detach, go into Infinity. You get the whole idea. Alright, of course we have the Nightmare package. You got Mermaid, Phoenix, and Cerberus. Okay, typically you're going to build into one of these 2. Primarily to go into Nightmare Mermaid, and after that you're going to be building into bigger things as well. Alright, and last but not least we have the OTK machine of the deck in the Link form, and that's going to be Borrelsword Dragon. Alright, this guy can win games for you just by hitting the field and being able to swing. Alright. Guys, that is it for my Cyber Dragon Orcust deck profile for September 2019. As always, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this on my channel, make sure to subscribe, enable notifications, especially the YouTube notifications, so you don't miss a single upload. Check out the description box below, find the invite link to my Discord server, join the conversation, we would love to have you. Follow me on Twitter at BystanderX79, and guys, until next time, as always, peace.